Ah, man, Commodore, how you doing? Yeah, it's a little bit cool. Looks like it's going to rain soon, so I thought I'd get a quick stream in before it does. Apparently it's going to rain all week. This is our summer. Oh no. We've got an appointment with the dentist. Yeah, I hate the heat. I absolutely hate the heat. I'm liking this. Oh no. It's not good. Got that nasty grey cloud. Hopefully I can get around in, get a walk in. Yeah, I know, it's really bad in Europe, isn't it? It's like having... some of it's on fire, it's so hot over there. I mean, considering last year, about August time, in Britain, it was almost 40 degrees. I hated that, absolutely hated that weather. Yeah, we've had a few days where it's been pretty hot, not really hot, but hot enough. Oh yeah, you got cats, ain't you? How many cats did you say you got? 7? So I've only got the one. I mean, she likes, she's been out in the garden. She won't come in. She won't come in the house. Oh, good. It's probably like having young kids, that. Oh, wow. It's pretty cold out. It's like, feels like March sort of weather. Or October sort of weather. I'm only wearing a t-shirt, but still pretty cold for July. But not complaining. Not complaining about it one bit. I'd much rather have it like this than sweltering heat. Yeah, I've had my cat. My cat was a stray. I've had her for about quite a long time. 14 years. Bloody hell. Yeah, there's the weather. Really cloudy. Are they? Someone's complaining. God dear, you do get some right snowflakes. I had, years ago, I've had a few of mine, not age restricted, obviously I monetised my channel, so ones that are, you know, I do swear a lot, got demonetised. Yeah, I've had a few videos been age restricted to 18. Yeah, they like that, aren't they? And my mate, you know, someone I used to follow on YouTube, he had his channel taken down for unknown reasons. Yeah, it didn't used to be like that. I think they wanted to stop swearing, you know, and demonetize channels because of that, but I think there's so many channels out there that do swear in their videos. I think YouTube or Google decided, well, we better not do that. Yeah, that's a good idea. Top 10 games. I've never done that because I can't ever think of my top 10 games. No, I mean, probably on the Amiga, well, even Commodore 64 and the Amstrad, I'd say. You know, they were always my three systems, main systems. Oh, I think I'm feeling a few spots of rain. Oh no. Yeah, I did. Was it Windows 95 or 98? Yeah, I did see that. Oh, my goodness. They went mental, didn't they, over that? It's like everything now. You see them queuing up for the new iPhone, and I just think, why? So you had a computer like back in the early 80s. I didn't have my first computer till 85. You know, I was late. I was very late to the computers. I think my mate got a Spectrum. I don't know what year, probably 84, 48k Spectrum. My other mate had a VIC 20. Then, you know, time was going, oh, look, my mum bought me the CPC 464. Okay, yeah. So you didn't think much of that Link, that Chitty Vision video? Did you watch it? I just thought it might have had some interest for you, because I know you getting annoyed with that SD to IEC. So I thought that might be a good solution for you. I know I think it's gone up to 50 quid now. Well, because you know, it was the first computer I had, so I had that for about 5 or 6 years before I got a Commodore 64, and I got that in the early 90s, because my mate had a Commodore 64, and my CPC was going a bit funny, so I thought it was time to get another computer. So I was going to get the Plus machine. The Amstrad 464 Plus machine, but they didn't have them in stock, so I didn't end up buying a computer. And remember the salesman said, why aren't you buying an Atari? I don't want an Atari. Don't know what Atari he was referring to, but I said I don't want an Atari. Obviously I didn't know nothing about Ataris. I don't think any of my friends had Ataris. So I just held on, and following year I got, well, that was Christmas 1990, I think. Wow. Yeah, that really. To be honest with you, I would have rather got an Amiga, and I did in the end. You know, because never knew about it, never saw any games on it until I went round a friend's house years ago. He got an Amiga, and obviously I didn't know nothing about 16-bit computers or consoles, and he showed me Formula 1 Grand Prix, and I thought, wow, okay, I didn't know back then it was an Atari ST port, but I just saw the graphics for that time, and I thought, wow, I want an Amiga. Oh right, yeah, you're saying you bought that 1000 off the doctor. I bought my first Amiga 500 second hand. Well, I should say my first Amiga was a 500. I bought that second hand. I don't want to go up there. Go up down here. And that cost me 300 quid. It come with quite a lot of games. And the following year I bought an Amiga 1200 in a shop, and it was cheaper. I think it cost 200 and something. It was cheaper than my second-hand Amiga 500. Maybe that screen got dark. Or is it weather's just getting dark, making the screen looks dark? I know you don't like the Amiga 500. What I thought was stupid, personally myself, was the modulator. Luckily I got a SCART. I had a TV that was SCART, so I ended up getting a SCART lead for it and getting rid of that modulator. Picture was better. Glad to get rid of that modulator. But the 1200 was built in, but I didn't use it anyway. But I used the same method with the SCART. The Commodore 128. I've never ever played on a Commodore 128. One of those computers I didn't know who had one. No, they weren't, were they? And it had compatibility. If it was 100% compatible with the Commodore 64, then I can understand, yeah. But if it had compatibility issues, well, then there's just no point. At least like the CPCs all had they were compatible. Even with the Amiga 1200 and the Amiga 500, not all the games worked on the 1200. Okay, RAM for basic. Oh yeah, well, 128, yeah. Let's go this way. All right. Yeah, that's all over my head. I don't know nothing about the specs. Even the Commodore 64. I mean, back then we knew nothing about computers. All we know, like, oh, it's got 64k RAM. We didn't know anything else about them. It's like the Amstrad. I didn't know what processor it had back then. All I know, oh, it's got 64k RAM, or memory, we would say. I think my mate, he had a Commodore. One at the Victorian got a Commodore 64. His Commodore 64 stopped working, and he had the C model, probably the first of the C models, and that stopped working. He had to send it. I'm sure he had to send it off to get it fixed, and it took forever. I think it took about 6 weeks. So he went back to his Vic 20. Oh, sure, that should be the shop's responsibility. I mean, even I had when I in '91, I bought when I bought Commodore 64C. It was the later ones. The first one had problems. It switched on, but you know, the older one, the newer ones take longer to reset when you switch it off and switch it on. I switched it off and it just wouldn't come back on properly. So something went wrong with it and they replaced it. Probably Commodore making shortcuts, because I'm sure they wasn't as good, the newer ones, the later ones. The SID chip didn't sound as good. Was it possible to put an older one into an old SID chip into a newer Commodore 64? So is it that easy? Because I heard something that you couldn't. You must have can if you got one. Ah, okay, so they lowered the voltage, I see. Probably Commodore making cutbacks. I mean, the Commodore 64 did well to go on as long as it did. I mean, it was still around when Commodore went bust. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think he was trying to attempt arcade conversions, and I mean, it went on. I mean, it was just the same with all 8-bit systems, I think. I mean, the 16 bits were, you know, time the 90s, 16 bits were pretty much taken over, or taking over. I think, yeah, I didn't even notice that, to be honest with you. Obviously, a lot of games were Spectrum ports, but yeah, there were some really good ones that did stick out on the CPC. Oh, the CJs. I didn't have none of them back in the day. I remember I only had a sort of like an alternative Dizzy, wasn't it? By Codemasters. But then again, I only had one Dizzy game back in the day. I had the first one. Oh, okay. Well, it's definitely a lot cheaper if you owned a NES. Bloody hell. They didn't do very well here, did they, the NES? I think it came over way too late. Oh, Slicks, yeah. I didn't play that back in the day, but I have reviewed that. It was quite good. I think that was quite good. I never knew anyone with a NES. Funny really, because I think I had a couple of mates, 2 or 3 mates that owned Super Nintendos. Hang on, what's that on? Oh, the Master System. Oh, Street Fighter 2, I think that was one of the first games I ever played on the Super Nintendo. All I can say, it was definitely better than the Amiga version. I had that for the Amiga. Yeah, that's what he had. I think it was the Street Fighter 2 bundle. So that's something else I never played on back in the day, was the Mega Drive or the Master System. Well, I don't think you'll be missing much. Unless you want to have a good rant about it. Well, then again, Street Fighter weren't exactly a good game for the home systems anyway. First Street Fighter. All right. Oh, you did have one. See, I wasn't really a console person. I did own a PlayStation 2 and a PlayStation 3 and a Wii, but I just got bored with them. So I never bothered with consoles after that. Yeah, it's probably just a port. That wouldn't surprise me. Being US gold. I think I only must have had about 5 games on my PS3. Only really one of the reasons why I bought it, because it had a you could play Blu-rays on it. So I thought, oh, that's good. I've got a Blu-ray player and I can play games. No, I'm not particularly into modern games. I mean, if anything, it'll only be the racing games, because that is my favourite type of gaming, racing games. Tell you one I really did enjoy was a game called Wreckfest. That was really, really good. Oh. See, I've been buying a few DVDs and Blu-rays in charity shops. Get some really good deals. Walk back this way. Then I'm going to head off home. That was okay. I didn't really play a lot of Need for Speeds. I think I actually had the first one on the PC. Can't remember the last. Oh, did I? I think I had that on a compilation. .3DO, oh. See, they were expensive, weren't they? I don't know nothing about those. I remember when I first got my PC, because obviously I didn't know much about them. The DOS games, they were right sods to load up. So I had my first PC came with Windows 95. Obviously it's all new to me. Going from an Amiga to a PC. Obviously by then Amigas couldn't get hardly anything for them. I mean, everyone was going the PlayStation route, but I didn't want a PlayStation. You know, I'd rather spend the money on a computer, so PC was the next thing. Oh, Formula 1 Grand Prix, I remember that one. I had that for the PC. The frame rate was just so much better than the Amiga. But it didn't have the sounds. The sounds were much better on the Amiga. But then again, it was a DOS game, so I lost connection there. Wow. I remember my first PC near enough cost £1,000. This was in like the end of 97, I think. I bought my first PC. That was near enough £1,000, and that was the cheapest. Never know. Mind you, it does look like it's going to rain. Okay. Yeah, well, God, I had to take it back once time. I think I did something to it, and obviously I didn't have a clue what I was doing. Did ya? I got mine, because it came out in 92, didn't it? I know I got mine year after. Come with a lot of stuff. Oh, I tell you what, they go for quite a bit of money on eBay. And the gutting thing is, I think it was, 20 years ago, I think. And I ended up selling mine for about 25 quid. I would never have got a CD32. Full working Amiga 1200 with hard drive, which I put in because I just needed to get rid of it. Well, what I know now and what I didn't know back then, I probably would have kept it. Yeah. But as I say, I needed to get rid of it because I was leaving the country. So I was selling quite a lot of stuff off. So I've had to make some money quickly. Yeah, 150. I bet they're worth I bet they're worth something now. Yeah, that's the thing. You don't think back then. No one thinks. You just want to get rid of it. You don't know years later it'll be valuable. Couldn't even give them away. Well, because everyone had a PlayStation. Ah, damn it. All right. I'll tell you what, I still got my TV that I've got. It's probably about 15 years old, LCD TV. Still works fine. It's not like there's anything good on TV these days worth buying a new one for. Oh, a little pocket telly. Oh, yeah, I know what, yeah, those things. Yeah, I think I'd rather have the Commodore 64. Little TVs are pretty useless. Okay, how many you got now? Didn't you mention you got about 40? Bloody hell. Bet you got a warehouse full of them. Okay, well, I'm going to probably be ending this stream in a minute because I'm going to go home now anyway. Okay, I'm going to be off now. If you can still hear me, Mad Commodore, I know you're on the phone. Thanks for coming on, and hopefully I will talk to you again soon. And goodbye.